make sure that I am actually talking to you guys and not just to the wall like my dog thinks I am. Okay. It says excellent connection. I'm skeptical. Okay, I guess it did work. Okay. Sorry about that. Welcome to my stream. I'm Felicia. We are working on this crazy cone artistic garment that is not for, well, I would wear it every day out, but you know, it's for that very special occasion. When you need everything, the whole world just on your shoulders. But I'm just going to continue doing the busy work today, attaching the people, making the things, getting everything set up. It looks like that the whole spiel that I was talking about in the beginning of the stream I wasn't live or connected, so I'm going to repeat myself, but I think it's not repeating myself because you guys didn't hear it. So I was thinking about why I didn't attach the people directly to the garment. Like, yes, I could use glue and glue it directly to the garment, but that seems gross to me because I don't want glue on this lovely wool fabric. This fabric's really nice. It's expensive. It's natural fiber. It's really pretty, and I absolutely love it. And I am gluing it to the wool fabric in little tiny squares. Where is it? In little tiny, so tiny. These people are so small, but they have little squares that they are standing on as bases that I am stitching to the garment. So I glued them to the square and I'm stitching them to the garment. Why go through all that extra effort when I could just glue them to the garment? Well, I can. Currently, they're just pinned in place so I can figure out where their placement's going to be, but also I'm not going to ruin the fabric with glue. It's just, stitching can be undone. Glue is gunky, and good luck getting it out. Yes, there are things you can use. Silicone spray, amazing. You won't be able to re-glue it after using silicone spray, but like I said, there are ways to get it off, but I don't really want to play those games. So I am making little bases for these people out of the fabric that they're glued to that I then am stitching to the garment so that it is nicer. That's basically why. It feels more nice, it feels more high-end. It is definitely more detailed and more work, but I think it's worth it. Attaching the cars, I want to slide about a quarter-size magnet underneath the road. I'll stitch the road down on either side, encasing the magnet in the pocket left behind. And if there's a magnet on there and a magnet on the bottom of the cars, the thought is I can position the cars wherever I wanted them to be on the road. That way I have a lot of flexibility and impermanence with the cars. Because I like to being able to move things around seems really cool to me. Houses, those are going to be established. Once they're up and sewn, that's where they're going to be. People, I'm going to put a lot of people on there, and they're going to be where they're going to be. It's not something that I'm going to be pulling off and on again, although I could do like snaps, but the snaps are bigger than the people themselves. They're so tiny and delicate. We're just going to deal with. They're going to just be attached, but I have so many of them that I can be playing around with them until things have settled into where they go. Cars, those are going to be able to drive around on the roads, and I think that's a fun gimmick, gag, trick, playful element, whatever you want to call it. But I think that's, like last night when I was looking at this, that's what my brain came up with, thinking, I want to do magnets. I hate magnets. I love magnets. The solution to every cosplay problem is magnets, but it's not. Most of the time, Velcro works better than magnets. But in this case and scenario, I think if I attach a magnet to the bottom of the car and a magnet in the pocket of the road, I can have some fun playing cars on the map. So today I am just going to do all the busy work and get these people attached, and then see if I can move on to trees and power lines and get everything ready to be kind of generally positioned, so then I can go back to the Raoul and say, all right, now I have everything. Where should we put it? I have, like, my brain is there where we can start rearranging things. But as of right now, I have so many things that I need to do so I have all the pieces prepped and ready. Welcome, Michael Snell. I'm glad you can make it today. Cheers. All right, I'm gonna put this car away. I have a glue gun, and I did not charge the battery last night, and I left the thing on, so we'll see how well this battery holds up today, but I just need the tiniest little glue globs on their feet. So I like this package of people better than the last package of people. They look more humanoid. The girls look really cute. There's little families. Yeah. Oh, hi, Jack. Come on up. Yeah, there's... Oh my gosh, she's melted into this family. You have the mom, the dad, the child, and this lady trying to get into the middle of everything. Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay. Her poor little club foot. I think she's waving, but it looks like she's like... I'm making up drama stories in my head now. Okay, these little groupings of people are fun. The other one just had single people. All right, it looks like this is 2 guys and a cat. They look like they're buddies. I like this. Anyways. Okay. We got hot glue's hot. It's on this side today. Let's see if that's a better side or a worse side. Oh no, I don't want all of that. That's too much glue. All right. I guess I'm going to start with the row of families because they're going to need a little bit more space along this. I like how diverse and inclusive this little set is. I think the skin tones aren't very varied, but I can adjust that. I can go through and add some more diversity to this community. But it's not so bad. We have various people and relationships being represented, which makes me happy. Aw, Jack and Bruno. Oh no, these are single people. I'll put them here on this little section. It's not single people, it's a family, just single set of feet. A little bit tedious, but it's okay. Bruno's looking at me like I'm crazy. He always does, though. Michael Schnell, what is going to happen to the garment after the photo shoot? I have no idea. I genuinely don't. It depends. It really, really depends. I'm trying to make this be able to be stored as easily as possible, despite what it actually is. Hi, Bruno. It does flatten out and down pretty easily, but once these people are on it, it's going to be fragile. So we'll have to see. The drama you guys aren't noticing. Jack's down here mad that Bruno's here. He's like, I wanted to sit in that spot. Oh well. Here, you can have the strings. So, I genuinely don't know what will happen to this garment after the photo shoot. Whoops. Bruno. I'm glad that I wasn't painting. Okay. All right, that is a purple cat. It has 2 ears. Maybe they're piggy tails. Maybe it could be a purple baby. I don't know. But I am all for these guys having a cat together because cats are... Bruno. Bruno does not approve of the cat. All right, one more family. Oh, they have a yellow cat. I like these expressions that they have. Like, I feel like it's going to be fun to put little stories in people's and populate this world. How do you get anything accomplished with pets? My cat is always bugging me while I work. There is a door. I could lock them out. It is a possibility. Granted, I do like the attention and the company. When Toby was here, he would sit right directly there and just sit and watch me, make sure that I was good. He enjoyed it. But Bruno, he likes to be in what I'm doing. And he thinks that I am crazy talking to a wall. Like, Bruno, I love you. Stop. Nope. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, no, I guess, how do I accomplish things with the Toby? Well, no, Toby's not here anymore, but with the Bruno and a Jack. Ugh. And honestly, the answer is I don't know. Okay. All right, I got a row of single people. Have them glued on in the strips and then cutting them apart. And now I can position them as close or as far or wherever I want to put them. I still have some more space for some more families. I guess they're not necessarily families. They could just be like little friends. But groupings of people versus single people. They need a little bit wider of a stand. Oh, look at this guy's taking care of 2 kids. Is he the dad? Is he the nanny? I don't know. We'll make things up as we go. Maybe I should have given them more space on that side. Oh well. Oh, Bruno left. I'm kind of sad, but I'm getting things done. Apparently I don't wear shoes in the house, so anytime I put shoes on, Bruno starts to freak out because that's a sign that I'm leaving. And I put shoes on, and so he is like, oh no, where are you going? This reminds me of a line from an amusement park. I'm going to go show it to you guys closer because I can. See all the people? Well, granted, this is probably the better way to do it. I think it's fun. Tomorrow is CrockerCon, and I still haven't fully figured out what I'm going to wear for that. Right now, I'm leaning towards wearing my Ty Lee costume because it is not too hot, not too cold, and it's as comfortable as wearing pajamas. But I don't know. Alright, some of these people, they need their... Okay. I think on the groups of people, I prefer a big oval to a big rectangle. But in reality, I don't think it's going to matter too much. But when I get each like when I'm sewing them on, I will go through and trim down their platforms, as you might call it. Ah! Well, this place is getting populated. I like this person. He's taking a big step and he looks like he's going chicken. They're so tiny. They're the teeniest, tiniest. Little tiny people. I am only going to glue his bottom foot, see if that will stand so that he can be in a active pose. Oh, it works. We're doing it. Yeah, I'm totally standing by my decision of gluing it to a stand and then attaching the stand to the garment. I'm not gluing these directly to the garment. I think these ones are painted better than the other ones, but my paint job is starting to look really good. From when I was painting the figures with Odin and Jody. Granted, Odin and Jody did amazing jobs on painting their tiny figures, hence why I asked for their help, because I know how detail-oriented both of them are and how much they like making little miniature things. Oh my gosh, it's a little kid all by themselves. I love it. Okay, I'm putting people a little close together. Let me find all the singles in this area. Michael Snell, do you have a bell dress? No, I don't. I've always wanted one. I've worn them before, like I worked at a costume shop and we had some great bell dresses there, but I do not personally own a belle dress. Although that gunny sacks dress that I just made, if I add an apron to it, I could probably run around going, little town full of little people. You know? But I wouldn't call that a belle dress. And when you say belle dress, I am picturing a her golden gown, her goldenrod gown, because that's the color. It's goldenrod. It's not gold. It's not yellow. It's goldenrod. But that one would be a fun one to make. I've made them before. I can make them again, but I do not currently own my own. I also don't have a Cinderella dress either. I do have a Little Mermaid costume. Not her dress, but her costume. Collect all this Disney princess looks. Oh my. Okay. Some of these people have little weak ankles. I like that they have different size people. Like they have thick people, they have thin people, they have teenage people, they have kids. This is a very diverse group of tiny people. And I am appreciating it. Well, they all need bases. Mister, sorry. I'm making progress. Doing busy work. Thank you guys for keeping me company. You smoosh it and you smoosh it and then you smoosh it. I think I could fit one more. A couple. Okay, let's see. Oh, these things could get lost so easily if I just let my cat have fun. He stole one the other day. I think he just was curious as to what I was doing. Hey, you guys got the same outfit on. I'm going to call him Deja and him Vu. Maybe it's a little bit of a push to get you in there. Looking for singles in your area? Here's the singles. Oh, that's a couple. I lied. Hey, they look into. Okay, this guy taking a step makes me laugh. I hope he stays attached while he's in the bag. The thing is even though I'm gluing them to their platforms, they're holding really nicely and they're not popping off in the bag. Like they're not getting separated from their little platforms. So that is good. Michael Snell, town attacked by giant cat. Yeah. Jack doesn't mind playing kaiju. He acts like a scaredy cat, but I caught him and Bruno cuddling yesterday. I want to peek at the inspiration photo. So it's not a direct copy of this, but this is the inspiration right here. And it looks like there's 4 houses on here. I know I have the solid 1, and this barn is a maybe, but if I use it, I have to paint it up and make it look more like a house and less like a barn. But I'm thinking I want at least 3 houses. That's what I'm thinking. Could you guys hear me while that screen was up? I don't think you guys could hear me. Let me know, because I don't think the audio was moving. But the inspiration photo has about 4 houses on it. I know I 100% have 1 with the possibility of the barn too. But I think I want at least 3 houses on this cape, at least. And so I'm kind of glad that I traced the other one so I can get that. I don't know if I want to do it out of card as much as I would want to do it like maybe possibly out of fabric, but you know, card's not a bad option. Hi Bruno, you back? Okay. Not too bad. All right, let me see. Single, 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 single. All right. There's only 3 little families left, or groups. 3 groupings left, and the rest are singles. Okay. What's wrong, Bruno? What am I doing, or what do you want to do that I'm not doing? Don't know. Just attention would be nice. Okay, attention. This guy looks like he got stabbed in the back. Oh, there you go, popped off. Okay, kids are my favorite. These things are adorable. Yesterday, Jack was crawling up underneath the cone like it was his house. Like the book stacks there, I have an extra 2 books, so I'm a little bit taller than the table, but it makes it have easier access. All the good thick ones, like my pattern drafting book, History of Fashion, and 9 heads, but I have 2 9 heads books, so does that mean it get 18 heads? I always like to put those out as like, okay, that's a red hat. I wonder if you guys can see. This lady looks like her head was chopped off. Gave me a second there. Can you guys see this lady with her cool hat? Tiny people, is it even gonna focus? I don't know. but that is a hat on her head. It looks like half her head is cut off and there's an exposed brain. But it is definitely a hat. Ah. Just made me look twice. I really hope the trees have platforms, but part of me thinks that there aren't any platforms for the trees, which is fine. I can make something work. I don't want to necessarily use cardboard as their interior base or cardstock. I do want to attach them to fabric, but I would like a plastic washer of some sort, like the power lines have. Oh my gosh, all these little girls. I think I want to make them playing Ring Around the Rosie. Make them have fun playing together. Perfect if you make a zombie town for Halloween. There you go. Ah! I just glued her to my glass table. It's okay. I like my glass table because the glue just pops right off of it. Although it's not great for hammering, I like painting and I like gluing on top of my glass table. And I like tracing because I could get a light underneath too. Oh, I like this little kid walking too. All the ones that look like they're taking a giant step, I'm trying to attach them only by that 1 foot so it can keep their action alive. All right, kid. Too much glue. Shh, don't tell. Oops. There we go. Hello, Ralph Mork. Welcome to the stream. We're going through and getting all the little busy work done that needs to happen. Getting all the pieces prepped. I don't know how I'm going to prep the sitting people yet, so I've just kind of ignored them so far. Look at all the tiny people. All right, I'm almost done with people. I have a whole nother box of sitting people, but I'm gonna ignore those ones for now because I don't know what I'm doing with them. You know, like all my life's problems. If I don't know how to fix them, I'm ignoring them, right? No. I think Bruno's letting me know the mailman's here. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but that is the barking. Oh, I love this girl. I love that she is supposed to be waving, but she totally looks like she's trying to fight somebody. Like, so dramatic. I'm here for it. I'm here for the drama. The more drama I can put on this thing, the better. Like, oh no, he cheating. Look at that. I don't know. But after the people, I really need to get the foliage, the greenery, the trees. And I think I want those established before I start populating the world for reals. All right. Last little bit. I'm really glad that I don't have to hand paint all of these, because if I had this many people that I had to hand paint, I would do it, but it would take a lot longer. Ooh, I like that, Michael Snow. He says that I can put some sitting under a tree. That is a perfect idea to do with sitting people. I was also seeing if there's like a bench or sitting on the grass, making maybe a teeny tiny picnic table blanket, you know. Because if you think about it, what do people do outside? I'm thinking of that one video I saw, I don't know where I saw it, where the kids, like, they don't even know how to play outside anymore, and the kid's just like this to a leaf. I'm like, do people hang out outside? In this world, they do, because there's only a couple buildings. It is all outside. They got places to go and things to do. But with the grass this green, it's always such a lovely day. Why stay inside? I think my favorite pose is the chicken dance pose, with the guys' hands in their pockets and the one leg up for the guys. And of the ladies' poses, my favorite one is the one that's waving that looks like she's punching. He looks like he's wearing a lab coat, so he feels like a doctor to me. Well, maybe that or a scientist, but that's my costume brain going, making up stories for all these people. All right. With glue, less is more, less is more. Ooh, I like the idea of sitting in the back of a truck. This is the truck I have, and they can sit on this little ledge. Maybe I'll glue somebody there. Here are my sitting people from yesterday. I like this guy. I think he could sit on the back of the truck. I'll glue him there. Although the truck may be driving, and that's dangerous. I'll wait to glue him down, but he can sit there for now. I'd glue him to the truck with the hot glue because you can pop it off, but this has been spray painted yellow, so I don't want to pop off the spray paint. Okay, 3 little people. Well, one left. Okay. There we go. I am covered in spider webs. You guys don't see them, but I feel them and they tickle. Ah! Where are you? I feel it. Oh, it's here on this hand. Spider webs. I'm kind of really excited about this. I love that all these little people. I need a people crown now. It reminds me of those little worry dolls that they have on headbands and belts and such. I am obsessed with those. At least I have been since I was little. And these totally are giving me those vibes. Yep. Such a chill Wednesday morning. I am very much enjoying this. What are you guys up to today? Welcome to joining me. Thank you for being here. The weather's actually kind of cooled off. Like, it's September here, but it has been in the 3 digits all week, and we finally went down to double digits instead of triple digits. And although some people would consider this a heat wave where they live, it actually feels like kind of chilly in the air. It's a little chilly. And I'm like, you know, most people don't describe the high 80s as a little chilly. But it's definitely fresh in the mornings. And I'm appreciating it. It feels like fall. Okay, I think that's all my people. Yay! Oh no, I lost one. Sprinkles, I think it's going to work. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is from the model kit. Scrap fabric. House stuff all goes in here so I don't lose my pieces. Here are my trees. My trees. This is my pattern for possibly more houses. Here are trees. Telephone poles. I'm going to start with the telephone poles because they have bases already, and then I'll figure out the bases for my trees. All right, it is a very tight fit. Question is, how do I want to attach it? Because if I put it so that the green wraps around underneath to the base, it's going to make it kind of pop up like a covered button. If I make it flat, you might be able to see just the edge, but there's a right way and a wrong way for these bases. But the wrong way looks like the right way and the right way looks like a wrong way. What do I mean by that? All right, so this disc is this side's the flat side that was like up against the plate that it was molded on. The rounded side, so there's a flat side and a rounded side. The rounded side you would think would be the top because it's more polished looking, and this feels upside down because of the harsh edge. But the pole fits in this side, so it's the top, but it doesn't fit in this side, the bottom. It just it doesn't fit in the base. So it's technically upside down. And if I put fabric over the top of this, it's going to make that hole even harder because there's not much wiggle room on this. But I have sharp objects. I have glue. I think if I take these and I glue them all down, so that the right side is glued to the green and the wrong side is up, and I give them enough space, I think that's how I'm going to do the platforms, and I'll just give them a little bit of an extra lip on these circles so that I can just, so I don't have to wrap it around to the bottom and raise my platform higher. I'm thinking out loud. This is the creative process. Thank you guys for joining me for this. But yeah, okay. So I give them a little space, glue them all down, and then I cut out the circle from the top and then stab them all through. That is my game plan. This kind of glue is bulky. I don't want to add bulk. I'm going to turn this off for a second. I have Elmer's glue. Cutest little bottle of Elmer's glue. I think this is going to be a much better glue for this application because it's not going to add bulk to the project. Hold on. This hasn't been opened in years, so I don't know if it is still gunky. I need a stick. Michael Snell, I hate walking into spider webs. No one sees the spider web but you, and all they see is you freaking out along the distance for no reason. Oh no, I'm yelling the reason. Spider, ew! Everything's a spider. Huh. I forgot I had this sparkly thing. I need that. Gonna need this. Lots and lots of stabby things. Which one's the right one? Pull those out too. Okay. Okay, that came out. All right. I think I'll go along this edge. I have time to let glue dry. I just don't want to block up the hole. Like I said, there is no wiggle room when it comes to that. Oh, maybe I should give these a little tooth so that they glue better. What do I mean by tooth? Well, this is a shiny piece of plastic that's very smooth, and it's very easy to pop adhesives off of it. But if you make the edge very rough, it sticks better, but I think I'll be fine. Oh no, there you go. I have 2 packs of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I knew I was missing one. I don't want to put them too close together because I need to be able to cut and have a lip around the whole edge for stitching. That's the whole point of adding this fabric, so that I can attach this with a needle and thread. It's still very warm. There's a lot of airflow. I think this will dry fairly quickly. Not as fast as hot glue, but it's not as bulky. The trees are tricky. I'm still thinking about how I want to do those because I may stab them all the way through and mount them from behind. Still thinking about it. How am I going to do the trees? All right. Make sure this is closed so I don't block up the nozzle next time I want to go use it. Okay. Let those dry. Put them to the side. Okay. Let's see what kind of trees we got going on. That's not a good idea. Sprinkles. Ooh, I like the tree. This is a really cool looking tree. It's very Grinch Stole Christmas. A little Whoville tree. I want a flat disc like the telephone poles have. I wonder if I could use the Ridgeline. What is Ridgeline? Ridgeline is the boning, this stuff right here that I put in there. I have a heat tool. Let me see. Hold on. Right back. Don't worry, I'm on the live. I'm okay. So Odin was given this foam cutter tool. I was trying to see what it was technically called. Cordless foam cutter. That's what it's called. cut shapes and shaves, rapid heat up and cool down, dual heat settings, and has a battery with it. I haven't used this yet, can you tell? It's still in the packaging. Thank you, Bruno. There's a zip tie. I don't think I could get my crappy scissors in there to cut that. Let me get... This is not a sharp blade. Oh, that worked. Hi, Bruno. Okay, so this is why technically got the tool. This gets hot, makes the wire hot, so it's really good for cutting foam. But this is the piece that I'm thinking that I need. What is this piece? You can see it up against that. It's a little poker. So I can use this. Probably should read the instructions so I know what I'm doing, but I'm guessing of what I'm doing. Let's see. So some of the batteries, they have the thing where you could push them and see how charged they are. This one does not have one of those, but we'll see if it has any charge at factory. Charge from the factory? No. Is it an upside down? No, I don't think so. Goes this way, goes in there like that, clicks in, and it's heating up. Okay. Now, why do I want a hot poker? Well, these plastic trees need a I want to put this back, but how did it go in here without ruining it? That's what fits in there. Okay. Let me grab the Ridgeline. I think I moved it over here. I should have done this, but it's okay. We're live. We're figuring this out together. I had it all right here, and I moved everything. See, I'm moving things around. You like it? It's not set up yet. I'm not anywhere close to being done, but things will always constantly be shifting around. Oh, maybe it's there. I see. The I Spy with my little eye show. And you find what I'm missing. No, you can't. No, it's not there. Entertained while I'm looking. Bruno! guys, I know I'm live. I have the roll of this stuff put where I wasn't going to lose it, so of course I don't know where it is right now. But the whole idea is I want to take the hot and then poke a hole through this so that I can then fit my trees through the hole and then have a little base and make little bases for these trees that I can then put on the back side, stab through the fabric, or cover in fabric. Make little X's covered in fabric that the trees are then stuck through and put all over. That's going to bother me. Oh well, I will find those and do it on the next stream. Oops, it's okay. But I like this tool. Oh, it totally just poked an easy hole. I'm going to turn it down to low so I don't accidentally burn myself. Michael Snell, it's still pretty warm here in Cleveland. High 70s. 70 sounds cold to me. I am such a little... I don't like being cold. I don't mind it when it gets way too hot. I prefer it if it's in the triple digits to the double digits. But I know that I am in a minority opinion there. And it also does depend on the humidity. Here it's nice and dry that it doesn't feel awful being nice and toasty. Ralph Mork says, a few years ago I had made a hot wire foam cutter out of broken heating element from an oven and a charger and some scrap wood and a pair of alligator clips. Works great, but not very portable. I know exactly what you're talking about because Odin has one and it's very scary looking and seems janky as heck, but it's like, it's so great. It just melts the foam, makes it super easy. Yeah. I have foam. Of a giant sheet of foam. I kind of want to just see how it works. Okay, I freaking love this tool. Now I have a hole and I can easily mount this. This is just insulation foam. It's really great for all sorts of projects. Ooh, okay, I'm turning this off and I'm going to try the wire cutter. Just because I'm here and I'm not able to do what I wanted to do. And so, how do I disengage? Just pops off. Okay. There, so I'll burn myself. Let's try this now. I think my battery might not be enough charge to do this, but it's blinking. It's going to heat up, and then I'm going to melt a piece of foam off of this. I'm kind of excited. Part of me was like, well, maybe I could use this for the tree backing, but it's so dang thick. Like, it's easy to put a tree on it, though. Like, if I wanted to paint the trees, I could totally just... And I think that's what they're made for. These model kit trees is just to stab directly into foam. But, yeah. Is it still blinking? Let's see. That was magic. Let's see if I can do a nice straight line. Ready? Oh, I'm not doing straight at all. I'm totally going wavy. But I'm also having fun. Oh, the toxic chemicals, but it's like butter. I'm I'm having too much fun with this. Oh, and it's cold. The battery died. And now it's not hot and it's totally stuck in there. I don't want to break the wire. I have to charge the battery, but I like this tool. Don't mess with me. Let me pop that out, let it cool off, and then clean off that little gunk. Oh, it cools off real quick. Ralph Mork says, that foam is also nice for some simple lost foam metal casting projects. Right? No, it totally does. It good, cheap, easy, takes up space in the way that you need it. Yeah, the stuff is very versatile and great. I was thinking of using it for some Christmas decorations. I was thinking of making a snowman that could go on top of a Roomba style vacuum cleaner to kind of float around the house. I don't know, lots of projects. I'm really excited about this stupid tool. I need to heat it up, but I want to see how it does on organza, because I've seen people use these tools to cut out synthetic fabrics, and it cauterizes the edges as you cut it out at the same time. So, like, if I put on the pokey tip, oh, this can get gunked up real quick, but we'll see. Like, you can heat cut out organza circles and make those flowers that curl. But, okay. I'm going to have to hunt through my house for the Ridgeline. And then if I take the Ridgeline being this plastic stuff that I'm using for the boning. It's sew-inable, but it's also plastic, and if I make little X's for each of the bottoms of my trees, I could melt a hole in the center and stab it through. Like, I can sew the X's with my sewing machine, melt the middle hole through the middle of both pieces to stick the tree itself into, and then I can make a blanket, like a tree skirt, that the tree can sit on top of that. This does not stab easily, but yeah. So I make a little tree skirt, make a little Ridgeline X underneath that, and then those can all be just stitched from there. Oh, I think that's gonna... So the bigger trees are gonna be at the base, and I feel like the base is more of an extreme slope, even though it's the exact same slope no matter how high or low you go on it. But I feel like it's like I'm scared of it falling off. But I think, let me just use one little pin. Oh, Bruno, I hear you. Yeah, it's kind of flopping down. This is what I don't want to happen on the... I don't want anything flopping down. This is currently flopping down, but it doesn't have the little washer or the structure and support to help hold it up. That's why those little pieces are important. This poor little tree. He's leaning. He needs to go straight out. So, okay. Guess I'm not going to be doing that today. I don't want to use all the cows, but I can use some of the cows. I think those can go on bases. I think I can do the cows. and the sheep. Okay. Have to think about the trees. They can stay with that tool. Here's the stuff I need for that. So now I'm prepared for tomorrow. Garbage bin. Okay. I think the glue's dry for these. I'm just going to leave it a little longer while I glue the cows. But I think I'm going to start with the sheep. They're so cute. Turn that back on, heat up the hot glue gun. We're going to do sheep and then cows. Oh no, the whittle lamb. There we go. These were molded in 2 parts molds. Just interesting that the head is on one part and the rest of the body is on another. Okay. Little lambs. It's not hot yet. It's a lot of busy work I have to do. Thank you guys again. I keep saying it. Thank you guys for joining me. This is a project and a half, and I am really digging into it this week. Everything's just roughly on there until I have the conversations that need to happen and figure out when and where everything is more solidified, then I'll sew everything down. And I am really excited about my moving cars. I really think if I put a magnet in here in the center, like it's a pocket that holds a couple magnets, and I have a magnet on the bottom, I can move the magnet and move the car. The problem is I will need a few magnets because this will be a pocket separate from this, will be a pocket separate from this, because this is going to be on the undergarment. This is going to fold over to a finished edge and fold over to a finished edge, and this is going to be underneath it. So when you close it, they'll meet up, but when you open it, there'll still be a road in between. That's kind of the plan of what's going on. So the pockets will be a little bit weird, but I think if I do hide a magnet in there, I can reposition the cars where I would like them to go. That is a very good question, Knot Top. For travel/shipping, will the items be removed from the dress? Originally, I wanted to be able to do that as much as I possibly could. I wanted things to be flexible and movable. Think of the Saint Snap system. But I'm putting the people on permanently, and the people are so fragile and little that you have to take care in moving and shipping this. And so will the house, but it's still, even with the house on there, there's flexibility. And this is a separate piece from this, so I can lay this piece flat. And if I keep the structures and the buildings on the front side and keep it more rural and cows and fields in the back, I can lay it flat and fold it and ship it flat-ish. Again, there will be people and cows, but not as much on the back, just enough for there to be texture if you see the back, because for the photograph that we are doing, it's a straight-on shot, but I also want to be able to have details on the sides. But this piece and this piece being separate will definitely be, like, this will squash down flat. The cone will squash down flat, and then the thing will squish. So they'll squish in different ways. It's not going to be easy to ship. Is it getting shipped? Yeah, probably. I don't know if the shoot is going to be here in Sacramento or in Los Angeles. But remember that crazy pink cone dress that I made that had the big giant triple circle skirt? That one was shipped down to Southern California. And sorry, I'm distracted because it's actually glowing. And that one survived shipping, but it didn't have pieces on top of it. And then the giant cone bra that I made, that one was crazy to ship because we ended up shipping it in a, one of those Rubbermaid not shipping containers, but those Rubbermaid Christmas tree containers that you put your old Christmas tree in. And that one shipped to wherever, that one went across the country. I don't know where it went, but it traveled far. And didn't make it back, but I still have the pattern, so if I wanted to make another one, I could. Oh, baby sheep. That one's my favorite piece. Officially, just now, I decided it. The little lamb. So, I originally really wanted to keep this as flexible as possible. I knew better in the back of my head, and it's just going to be a challenge to move. Not move. It's not going to be a challenge to wear. It shouldn't be so fragile that you walk by people and they pop off. These people are pretty sturdy. He's just pinned on there, but the glue is holding him pretty well. Ding-a-ling. Look at that. Look at it. He can take the abuse. Smoosh it. So I'll do my best, and then the day of the shoot, I may or may not be there, but whoever is in charge of styling will need to make sure that they have scissors, glues, needles, threads, just in case, on standby, as any good stylist would. Look at the little sheep. I am going to cut these out into circles each. I'm more of a fan of the rounded edges than I am of the straight edges, but not enough to make sure everybody is rounded. Should I put the animals in the same bag as my little people? Yeah. They're prepped and ready to go. When I start sewing them on, I'll be probably reaching into that bag anyways. Keep everything together. Less things to keep track of, the better. And I need to officially designate a project bin to this. I'm surprised that I thought I had, but I didn't put it in a bin. It's just in a pile, so I have a bin right there that I'm going to turn into this project's project bin. What is a project bin? A project bin is a clear plastic bin that I can see all my parts and pieces, and everything that I need for my project that I'm working on goes in that bin so it doesn't get lost, and I can clean up and keep a clean space while I'm working on each of my projects. And that's how I am able to work on multiple projects at the same time, because each project has its own clear bin, and that is a system that has worked for me so far. Not anywhere near perfect. Okay, but I absolutely love these little sheep. Little sheeples. Yeah, I'm going to have Gonzo back on the stream and have him, when all of these are prepped and ready, start putting things where they need to go. And then I'll sit there and I will hand stitch them. So hand stitching sounds like really complicated and high intensity of work, you know, especially since sewing machines save so much time. But sometimes hand stitching is fast and the easiest way to go about doing parts of sewing projects. And I think this one is one of those ones where my hand stitching skills are going to get really worked out in a good way. I have my sheep buttons prepped. Okay. I need a project bin. I'm already like, where's my bag? Okay. The rule is if you drive by a cow, you have to point at it and say cow. Cow. When you pass it. It's just the rules. I don't care if you live by a farm and there's always cows. It's still the rules. I'm making stuff up. Okay. Oh, I have a couple little farmers and milkmaids. Oh, that's fun. And some calves, little baby cows, some bulls. Those are girl cows. That one's a boy cow. They are anatomically correct. However, the sitting cows, you don't see nothing. All right. What? That's too much hot glue. I'm gonna do these ones first because those are easy. There's actual something to glue to as opposed to tiny dots at the end of their feet. Is that all my sitting cows? Then I'll move on to standing bull. I sound like a history class. Sitting cow, standing bull. DJ Stumpy live again 3 times in 1 week. We are such the lucky ones. Well, thank you guys. Like, I know my projects get a little exhausting, but I am fully like, what's the term? Like, obsessing on this project at the moment, so I will be working on it all week. So I will be you guys get to join me. However, I am going to go to CrockerCon tomorrow, and I do have to prep for that. So I might be going live and working on that instead of this tomorrow. So I have to decide which cosplay I'm going to end up doing and then make sure that I have all the pieces for it so that I can do it, because even though I've done it before, it doesn't mean I still have the same wigs or accessories or didn't break something, you know? So tomorrow I will be prepping for a con, but today I wanted to prep all my pieces. I thought I was going to focus on the trees, but we're focusing on cows and sheep and the rest of the people instead. Tiny cows. Oh, the little ones are my favorite. They have to be next to a big one so that you know they're little. Ralph Mork. I just saw Odin post on Instagram about that con. Yeah, he's really excited about it. I may be setting up for him for that con because he has a booth there. And it's like right after he gets off of work because it's a work day con. It's on a Thursday, but that's the day that the Crocker does their mixers, and it's only a couple hours. So it should be way fun, and I probably will be way dressed up compared to everyone else there, but that's always fun. The last time I went to the Crocker, I was way dressed up more than everybody else. But we were celebrating an exhibit that I was part of, and I wanted to match. Nobody complained. I just enjoyed it. And Jody, of course, who also was part of that, dressed up too. So I had a partner in crime. Yes. And I think we're right next to the Ghostbusters. At least we were last time, and I heard Odin mention that we will be by the Ghostbusters again. So many spiderweb strings. Hi, Jack. Yeah? Jack's here. Wants to say hi. No, he doesn't, but he is anyways. He's practicing being the little kaiju for this town. Almost done. I got a lot of cows. I don't know if I'll use all of these cows, but I have them prepped and ready. There is a barn, so this is a cow. Hot glue needs to get hot again. I like the cordless ones, but every once in a while you have to put it down and let it get hot again. I do have a cordless one that you don't have to do that with. It's right over there, but I like the one with the small glue sticks better than glue guns with the large glue sticks. Unless I'm like just really glopping it on a job, and then I like the big glue sticks, but for general purposes, I like the low glue stick glue guns. Personal preference, but 45th Clown. Hello, I caught the 8 seconds of yesterday's stream. Hope you had a good one. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I think I was there for a couple hours, but I also posted that I was going live, and normally I set the time of when I'm going to go live, but I misclicked and made the thing and then couldn't change the time and got lazy, so it was up for a couple hours before I actually went live. I don't want to get glue gun strings on my microphone cover. I have Jack's hair all over this microphone cover. He's decided that like this is his. He rubbed all over it, so now it's his. But I don't want to get glue the hair in place. All right. String. String, you guys can't see. It's magical, but it's definitely there, and it tickles. I have a garbage there and a scrap bin there, so. Boop. Okay. I am going to cut out these circles first because I have them prepped and ready to go-ish. Try to make sure that there's equal space so that I can turn these into circles without being too close to the edges on any of them, even though I put them all kind of close together. Ooh, I know, I need to charge that little battery. It's like, ooh, I know this is wool, but I wonder if I could use the hot poker to stab the holes, but I might end up melting the plastic more than I needed to. Infrastructure and support. You always need that when you're building a community, right? Okay, and I have the disc. But this is the top, so it's just a green circle. Stabby through the hole. Where's the hole? Is that the hole? Ah. All right, stab it in there. And that was one of the things I was worried about, is putting the fabric on the top. It's such a tight fit. Will it make it worse or better? But this is where I'm wondering, like I said, the hot poker. But it's wool. Wool doesn't melt. Synthetics will melt. They use wool in vintage firefighter gear because of how heat resistant, and it doesn't catch on fire. It smolders. Okay, it works. Nope. I'm going to have to glue them. What if I go from this side, poke the excess up, and then trim it off? You smoosh it, and you smoosh it, and you smoosh it. So I have a telephone pole that will then perfect. It's pointing straight up and down, unlike this tree that's leaning down. This is no, I don't want this, but it doesn't have its structure and support. And this is a yes. It looks exactly where it's supposed to be and going directly straight off of the garment. So when I lay them all down and string them, whew, that works. Okay. Let me just make these little shapes all pretty circles. For the fifth clown says, I normally spot when you go live, but stuck in work, boo hiss, and the cone dress has moved on. Well, I am glad that you can make it. Thank you for being here. And yeah, sometimes work can be boo, but gotta have some crafting money, right? Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to put these circles, once they're cut out, back into the little bags of the lines. I still have to call my sister and ask her about setting these up because I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to infrastructures in cities and towns. I don't know. I'm just making things up, and it's a good excuse to go bug my sister. I'm not trying to make perfect circles. If I was going to do that, I'd use a guide or a trace or something, but you can't see the circle that it's on. So softer edges don't catch the light, and they will blend better. That's why I like the round better than the straight, but I feel like I can line the straight up. And if it is an issue, I can trim it down when I'm attaching it. Hi Jack, how you doing? You back? He's over here playing with all the little strings and things that have fallen on the ground. I wonder if he has that little person he stole, because I never did find it. Hey Jack. Yeah? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I'm dropping all my scraps onto the cows. I think it's a look. Oh, Jack, what are you getting into? I don't like those noises. Michael Snell, I feel like one of those little people should have been painted like Waldo. You know what? That still can happen. I'm not fully done with the pieces. And if you are a member of the Discord, I will be making a, Aww. He's playing with a piece of foam that fell down. I will make a person in this world for you. That is you. I'll make a little figurine for you. So, I think Waldo is a great idea. Probably put him inside the house or something weird like that. My cat was making some weird noise. I was worried he was like chewing on styrofoam, but no, he's just swatting at something. He's off to mischief. He can be mischievous. This one came unseparated. The glue is fully dry, but remember when I was talking about tooth that I probably should scratch up this bottom so that it doesn't just easily pop off? That is why. That was probably a bad idea. Because then I probably blocked up the hole. I did, because now there's hot glue coming out of the hole, so that's going to be... I'm just going to have to pull out my Dremel and do a little drill. Do you guys see that little tack? Let me push this forward. Oops, I scared Jack, but he was down there. Sorry, Jack. I scared him, but he was down here and it was making, I thought it was adorable. My support discs. And I'll move all of these guys into the same bag. Okay, time for cows. Well, you know the line of bracelets and necklaces that I was creating? I think there might have to be a cow in the collection. Cow. Jack never comes in here, but he is having a field day today. He has discovered my Raggedy Ann and Andy wigs that I got. He seems to really like those wigs. Talk about cats in a ball of yarn. Oh my gosh. It's cute though. All right, let me curve these so they're nice and neat. Yeah, these ugly shapes aren't gonna work. I like the round ones. I think the people are so tiny that the rectangles don't bother me, but I am not enjoying these wonky. Let me make sure that the cows are going to be a-okay if I stick them on. Scows work. Here is a sitting bull. Okay. So while I'm sitting and doing this busy work, I am thinking about what to do for SAC Anime tomorrow. Like, I can do something easy peasy. I have this little blue dress that I could be like Wendy from Peter Pan or the Blue Fairy, or you know what I mean? But that's so boring, and then I'd have to tell people who I was. I do, however, have Wonder Woman. I'd have to make sure I have all the pieces, because I think last time I pulled that out I was missing bits and bobs, and that's why I haven't really pulled that one out in a while, because I think it needs TLC. I haven't worn Little Mermaid out, but I also would need to figure out my hair for that, which is not the end of the world. Tylee I have all the pieces for, and it's also fun to run around and do gymnastics, but I don't know if I will be doing that at a museum, because that's not how you behave in polite company. I have Tinkerbell, but I just did that for the last con. My friend, she may end up being Tinkerbell too, which would be fun to be twin Tinkerbells again. So that's like a maybe, but the problem is like, I think Tinkerbell should be blonde, and I don't have blonde hair or a blonde wig at the moment. And I didn't worry about it last time, and it didn't bother me, but I think I would like to improve that before I do that cosplay again. And then also part of me goes like, go and be a ghost, because we're going to be hanging out with the Ghostbusters. So don't fall. Trying not to be wasteful, but I am working on scraps. Somebody was asking about saving scraps the other day, and I'm like, I try not to, but when I know how expensive the fabric is, I might save the tiniest scraps of it. And this was one of those ones where the tiniest scraps might not be the worst. All right, these two I'm going to keep on the same little circle. Mommy cow, baby cow. I can always cut them apart later, but I'm leaving these two together. I'm glad these aren't popping off super easily, that they are really staying attached to this fabric. Because with the little bit of how dainty all of this is, you'd think it'd pop off super easy, and it's holding really well. And I'm tugging at it and dropping them, and this cow is a-okay. Cows are good. when I got this fabric, they offered to sell the rest of the bolt at a steep discount, and it was like, do you really need that? I'm like, yes, I'm going to need that. And I'm really glad that I'm not having to super worry about not having enough fabric, because when you're doing prototypes, you end up using way more fabric than you need, and it gives yourself room for creativity, because if you have to wait, you can use, you know, cheaper fabrics to make a muslin and stuff like that, and I did do that, but I like having enough. I have cows, I have sheep. I do need to build the little tiny doggy house, but I want to paint it first before I paint that, before I cut it out or pop it out of the mold. Pop it off the little sticks. I need to paint it before I build it. Why isn't it going to be brown? Because this is that is not the style. It is not that world and universe. Yes, there are some normal colored things, but yellow, hot pink, rusty orange, bright green, bright blue. Those are all the colors in this world. Little bean shapes for my little animals. Animals and children. I'm glad those are included in this little fartland. Oh, Ralph Mork is saying that chat was down for a few minutes. Oh, I'm glad that it's back up. I promise I haven't touched anything. Welcome, Toxic Toad. Best cheese and dairy product? Right? They can have cheese in this land. There's definitely cheese in this little world. They can have cheeseburgers. Now, if I'm doing cows, should I do crops? I don't know. Again, I'm prepping all these little pieces so then we can start building this world. Ralph Mork says, I checked other streams. Everyone had issues. It was on the YouTube side. Okay, good. Well, I promise I wasn't ignoring you. And I'm glad that it's no longer an issue. Thank you for updating me on that. Noptop says, I think a ghost costume would be most fun with the Ghostbusters booth nearby. I know, right? I'm kind of like, is there a cool ghost to do? But then I also, what do I have? I have a lot of weird stuff in my closet. Actually, I just realized, you guys want to see something I was playing with? Oh wait, you're plugged in. That out of the way. Stand is too big. Anyways, I was working on a leather jacket that was kind of having fun with a little bit of a Halloween theme. Just definitely playing on my end. I got a couple masks. I was like, ooh, these would make really good shoulder pads. And then the knife I was thinking would make a full fun like tie or a necklace. But that hole in it doesn't go all the way through. It's just decorative, which is annoying. So when this thing is the battery charged, I'm gonna have to stab it and make it work. Look at all these uses that I already have for that tool that has just been sitting on my shelf forever, not being touched. And now I have all the uses for it. Ooh, I like that toxic toad. Is it like the Charlie Brown ghost costume? Ooh, that'd be fun. Charlie Brown ghost. Those are always... Ooh, that would be a fun thing to do, is make Lucy's mask. I do have her dress. Huh. Well, it is a con. I was like, oh, I wonder if they allow masks, because a lot of costume parties and things, they like no masks. Run into that issue a lot. Like, oh, let's do this, but no masks. But I don't think that they're like that, because it is a con, and con you are allowed to have masks. How else are you going to dress up as Spider-Man? I'm just saying. Not that I'm going to be Spider-Man. These little dusts from the trees. I get them on my finger, and I got one in my eye. Yeah, okay. Now I just saw that I have all of this hanging out down there. His guts are spilling out. It's my male dress form. His name is Kevin, like the bird from Up. My dress form that you can't see, that's just off the camera, that one's name is Barbie. And the one over here is named Bertha. I had a friend in 6th grade named Bertha, and I've been obsessed with that name ever since. And then I have a Kira. Oh yeah, this one's Kira, right here. The one that's underneath here. Do you guys name your dress forms? Do you even have a dress form? If you had a dress form, would you name it? I like Barbie because she's my size Barbie, and when I built her, I was just really excited because it's custom to my body shape and size, because it's literally a mold of me. And it was a class, and we all named our dress forms. And I've been naming them ever since. All right. Look at all these little bits and bobs. Not going to necessarily throw this out right away, because I do want fringe and little pieces to make texture and bushes and such. So I'm just going to put that to the pile instead of throwing it in the scrap bin at the moment. What am I doing saving these things? I should just throw it in the scrap bin eventually. Okay. Cows can go into the bag. And telephone poles. This tree can go back in here. All right, let me put these little milk ladies and cowboys on to bases, and then I think I'm going to call it a day after that because it's not hot yet. Don't worry, I'm only live. What's going on? Okay. Oh, nice. It's Odin. He's letting me know we're going to be set up outside this time at CrockerCon. 2 tables by the fence near 3rd Street, sort of back where the Ghostbusters had their Ecto vehicle. Wanted you to know that we're not going to be inside, so you may need to layer up a bit for the evening. Good to know. All right, so don't dress in cold. All right, out of my warm costumes that I have, that's why it's not heating up. It's like at an angle. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm working for the day. 3, plan on being a couple bins, Mecha Godzilla. If you want to bring a mannequin with one of your outdoor outfits, something else, more than welcome to. Okay, cool. So I'm going to be there with Odin, helping him set up. I guess we're going to be there around 3 o'clock. I don't think the thing starts till 6, 5:30. I don't know. He does have a bit of a setup. He is bringing Mecha Godzilla and all of his things. His booth is pretty fun when it's all said and done. Hot glue ain't hottin' right now. I'm just gonna hold it into the right position till the glue melts. But okay. I'm glad he let me know that we're gonna be outside, because that definitely changes the list of costumes that I might do. Because Harley Quinn is a fun one to do. That one's nice and warm. I'm completely blanking on all the outfits that I have. I really am. But again, we're going to be right next to the Ghostbusters, so ghost theme ones are always better. Dagnabbit! That orange dress from the Ghostbuster movie, we had that at the costume shop, and I know exactly where it is, but the costume shop doesn't exist right now. It's not going to happen. It's not necessarily the warmest. Okay, well, I have time to think. It's tomorrow. Jeez. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And it's too much. So one of the things people were complaining about with this glue gun is not putting it back nicely. It doesn't, like, if you put it back wrong, it doesn't, like, you can bend it and then it doesn't do a good proper connection, and that's annoying. But you can bend the tines. It'll take a little troubleshooting. But that's annoying. But I still like my wireless glue gun. It's my favorite. Alright, I got my last little 4 people attached. Strings. Okay, got 4 little people. Okay, we got people, sheep, and cows. To populate that world. That'd be fun. Okay. I think this is where I'm going to call it for the day. I am probably going to be going live all week. Tomorrow is Thursday. I will be going live tomorrow, probably prepping for the con. Friday, I might end up going live too, but I will not be going live Saturday and Sunday or Monday. but I will be live again the following Tuesday. So thank you guys for joining me through all this busy work. Thank you guys for asking me questions. Please ask me lots of weird questions while I'm live. It's fun to talk about things while I'm working on busy work, getting things done. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We will be talking CrockerCon, but this is on my brain right now. So thank you. Until next time, I will see you guys again.